war kicks off without any hesitation, as Universe 7 and Universe 9 have a Zen exhibition match, all to prove to future Zen-Oh that this universe-destroying tournament is certainly going to live up to explosive expectations. And in attendance for this grand tournament is not only every single angel in Supreme Kai, but every single god of destruction. This week's episode ends with a lot of excitement as the previous scorn of Earth, Majin Buu, prepares to do battle with an anthropomorphic fox by the name of Basil. Who's going to win? I am so damned excited about this tournament right here. I love the fact that we're going to get like a little small pre-tournament before we get to the actual big one. Basically, the Grand Priest suggests that they're going to have this exhibition match, which is going to pit up 3 fighters from Universe 7 against 3 fighters from Universe 9, which is a great way to introduce some brand new Gods of Destructions, some Angels, some Supreme Kais, and some brand new fighters. And what's really fun about this is that the 3 fighters from Universe 7 are going to be Goku, Gohan, and Majin frickin' Buu. Their opponents are going to be these 3 anthropomorphic wolf characters from Universe 9. The first one goes by the name of Basil. We're also introduced to the God of Destruction from Universe 9 and the Supreme Kai and Angel. Unfortunately, we don't get any names from these characters, or even really any distinctive character traits outside of really what they look like. But I will say, there have been a lot of spoilers over the last couple of weeks, lots of articles being released from magazines in Japan, and the God of Destruction from Universe 9's name is Sidra, which is a play on the Spanish word for cider, so it's going in line with Beerus and Champa, with the God of Destructions being named after alcohol. The Supreme Kai, who looks incredibly freaking evil with his very distinctive cheekbones, goes by the name of Ro. Not to be outdone, we also get our very first looks at all of the various Gods of Destruction, and they are varied and ridiculous, which makes me very thankful. I'm glad they're just not all clones of Beerus and Champa. I mean, there's an Egyptian woman, there's a mouse, there's a giant freaking robot, a merdude, an indistinguishable looking alien, a 3-tailed fox. There are just so many wacky characters here, and I'm not even talking about the freaking elephant and clown. There's just a lot of great character designs here, and it's gonna be great to see, like, who everybody's favorite character is going to be. As far as, like, favorite God of Destruction so far, it's really tough for me. I like the clown just because of how incredibly ridiculous he is, but still, my top dog has got to be that 3-tailed fox. He just looks so damn cool. Maybe it's the Naruto fan in me, I just love the look of that character. Now, the fighters that they introduce in this one right here all have some pretty cool designs, basically taking a lot of inspiration from werewolves. The first guy in particular looks more like a fox, and he seems to fight that way, being incredibly quick, especially with his kicks and his knees. He starts his battle with Majin Buu in this episode, which basically they trick Majin Buu into fighting this guy so he can get a lot of chocolate. And for the most part, it's just an excuse to show that Buu is basically still a big punching bag, and he's just waiting for his moment to completely clobber and destroy this guy. And I'm glad to see that apparently this fight is not going to wrap up so quick. Apparently the next episode is going to be devoted entirely to this battle, so I can't wait to see how that's going to play out. But Basil was really awesome in how he fought him this week, constantly like kneeing him in multiple directions and in midair being super fast and powerful. It's good to see some more classic Dragon Ball fighting choreography, and it's already got my blood pumping just thinking about it. I do wish we would get to spend more time with these characters before we're so rapidly introduced to them. I'm not saying I want like the whole backstories of like these 3 wolf guys, but like I'd like to learn a little bit more. Also, they make it clear that whatever universe actually loses in this tournament is just going to be straight up wiped out, completely eliminated by Zen-Oh. And this is a really important scene because I think Goku has officially realized his fuck up here. He realizes that even if they win, they're still dooming, like, most of the entire, like, universes of the Dragon Ball series. Practically making everything extinct within the entire universe itself. It's kind of disturbing that he has all of that on his shoulders. However, there is a silver lining. Apparently, whoever wins this tournament, the fighter, is going to have a wish with the Super Dragon Ball. So Goku, if he wins, could just easily wish everyone back, which I have a feeling that's how it's going to end, unless there's some sort of other plot twist for this arc where one of the Gods of Destruction have their very own motive or plan. There's something weird and ominous about that clown, and it's not just because he's a creepy clown. They make sure to spend a little more time on him. What else can I say aside from the fact that this episode was a great introduction to some brand new characters, and we're getting back into the tournament vibe, and it's already really exciting. This episode delivered on the laughs, on the excitement, on all the new stuff, and even a little bit of action at the end. It was a full package episode of Dragon Ball Super, but not without its faults. So what's the rundown on this week's episode of Dragon Ball Super, the Tournament of Power? As a hardcore fan of Dragon Ball, I honestly just could not be happier. I love the tournament setting. It's something that was perfected by Dragon Ball, and it's already got me really excited for this one. I'm so glad that we immediately got started on the fight between Basil and Majin Buu. And just the fact that it's two characters that are not Saiyans immediately makes it an interesting prospect. That's one of the main reasons why I liked the tournament between Universe 7 and 6. It wasn't just the Goku-Vegeta show the entire time. We actually got to see some really great fights from some side characters, and that's what we're seeing here. And the fact that we got brand new ones going up against some classics like Majin Buu just makes it really exciting. Gohan coming back is definitely one of the coolest things here, and I'm really glad that Goku actually told Gohan what's going to happen if the universes lose, because this is going to give him some strong motivation to become a really strong fighter again, because he has to protect Videl and Pan. He doesn't want them to die in this massive fiery explosion, Sarah Connor style, turning into a skeleton in Terminator 2. And it's so strange, though, like the concept that Goku kind of just screwed the whole universe. I mean, even everybody realizes it, and it's gotten to a point that even he's starting to recognize his reckless ways. I mean, he is literally challenging the creator of all existence. That's how far Dragon Ball has come at this point. It's ridiculous, and yet they still manage to have a lot of fun, like giving us werewolf fighters going up against weird post-apocalyptic aliens like Majin Buu. That's why this arc is going to be so much damn fun. I loved this episode. It wasn't perfect. A lot of that had to do with the artwork and the animation. There are just some frames that look awful and super disproportionate, and it's not to say that, you know, Dragon Ball characters look super realistic or anything, but they at least need to have some, like, normal proportions from time to time, and they're just moments that look really freaking weird. The good news is, when they actually get to, like, the moments that matter, they do look pretty good. And the action at the end, while brief, was pretty damn awesome, and just a small appetizer before we move on to the real battle between Basil and Buu, which I have a feeling that Buu is probably going to win. Clearly, he's holding back here. He hasn't been in a fight for a very long time. You know, he's not the same old Buu that he used to be, being separated by Kid Buu, but I still believe that he's an incredibly super powerful character, and I think that's what's going to give him the edge in battle. The fact that he can sort of regenerate himself. Maybe he'll bring back some classic techniques of, like, literally ripping his own matter out and using it as a weapon. Maybe even using that old chocolate beam, because apparently they can do whatever the hell they want in this tournament. There's no rules, go all out. They're fighting in this, like, weird place which is known as the World the Void, which is basically just a big void where nothing exists, and no matter how much they power up, it's not going to have any effect. It's basically a hyperbolic time chamber that's a little more metal looking. I'm sure there's a couple more things I missed from the episode. There was a short training scene between Goten and Trunks and everything and all that jazz, but really this episode for me was just all about the introduction of these brand new characters. Just their introduction when they're walking through that dark hallway and they're all in shadow and everything, just goosebumps down my entire arms the entire time. It was so great. And the fact that we actually got that battle at the end, like, even if it's just a very small scene, just got me so excited, and I literally cannot wait till next week. So I loved this episode right here, despite its shortcomings in the artwork department. But I'm still going to have to give this one right here a solid 4 out of 5, which makes it a very good episode, and you should definitely check it out, Dragon Ball Super fans. If any of you watched this week's episode, please tell me what you thought about it in the comment section below. Did you like this episode? Did you not like this episode? Who is your favorite God of Destruction that was introduced in this week's episode? And who's going to win in the battle between Majin Buu and Basil? Do you have any predictions? How do you think Gohan's going to fare? I think we all know that Goku's going to be just fine. And what do you want to see from the rest of the Tournament of Power? Please tell me in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching this review. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for everything Dragon Ball Super related. Please leave me a comment or two. I would love to talk with you guys about this week's episode. And if you liked this one, please give it a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. I'll see you guys next time. And as always, stay dandy, baby.